Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord.
Oh
Tide
my.
ho. Wait a minute. Oh Lord.
Hey guys. I said, hey guys.
Hey, this is the T.O.show.
This is the Tito Show, yes.
This girl. Okay, girl.
I was like, hey guys, and you. I was like, hold on.
Well, first I was putting something down.
Oh, that wig, finally.
Yeah, yours.
Did you put no,
So,
not mine. Did you put it down like they put Old Yeller down finally?
so you was one of those people that watched that movie?
No. It's
But
just culturally significant enough that I know it. It's just culturally significant enough I know it. So that's all that matters.
that's all that. I don't know why I'm going back and forth for team.
Oh girl, try again. You wish. You wish I was you. Mhm.
Okay,
Yes,
girl. Let's
guys.
get to
I am, oh Lord.
okay. This is the T.O.show.
Yes, we're back. You guys, we took a little vacation.
Because I know we can ramble along, and we just want to make sure that we get these reviews.
Thoughts out as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So let's jump into it. So won't you start it off? You don't want to introduce me to it. So
No, I didn't. You did.
No, I did not.
Remember, the reason why I knew about it is because you talked about it. Because remember, one of the guys was on that other show, and I think you saw it on TikTok or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I would start it. Well, we it's a shame. Well, not even a shame, but if you guys go over there, let them know where y'all heard it from, so we can get a free subscription from them. But from Out TV, and it is called The Love of Deal.
Yeah. That's what it's called. I was like, do you want to know that every time I look it up, I'm always like, what is it called? And I put in search of Dilf, which is another whole other thing. That's a TV show, but it's a whole other thing. So that's what I usually put. But
I
yes.
want to catch your name because I think this is just a little too much for me. I'll be forgetting. I don't know. It's something different with the name. So, well, let's just get into it. Well, how do you feel about the show? How you rate
Well,
the show?
first and foremost, you guys, we started to watch it because of, I hope he suggested it. And we knew the guy because he was on what's the show? It's on what's the show that he was on that we were watching?
Which guy are you talking about, girl?
The guy that we were watching it for. He was on that show that was on not G Status, but it's one of those. The one where they were fighting and they kicked out the Latino guy with the cowboy hat and they kicked out the dark skinned guy because he kept fighting.
You talking about Bad Boys Club?
Yes, remember he was on there.
What are you talking about?
The guy, okay, the guy that was with the older white guy. He was the black dark skinned dude.
The tall one?
Yeah, the tall one, the tall skinny one.
He was on that show?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why you suggested it in the first place because you was like, oh yeah, he was on that show. What show did you think he was on?
I don't remember that. Oh, what girl? Ooh.
Yes, he was on Bad Boys Texas, right?
Was he saying the same age that he said he was?
I don't remember that part. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember that.
I'm gonna have to investigate that part.
But he was like on Bad Boys Texas on from Gemini Films. I don't think we watched all of that, because it was, you know. But he was on that. That was the show he was from, and I remember he came in late in the season because remember he asked that boy, "Oh, are you gonna turn up, or are you just gonna be chilling?" That was him. Remember?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna watch that in the background while we doing this because I just need to see that fight again. That fight was a little too juicy.
Oh, he was beating him up, girl. He got him together.
When I said that boy was looking up at him like he was gonna punch the shit out of him,
Remember, he was like, "Oh, and I might," and what's gonna happen? I love that.
Baby, I was like, baby, he had come here for blood, honey.
Yes, he did. And he was ready to defend his man when he came back. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was a Pisces too. You know how y'all get a little crazy and here and there.
And the other one was a Cancer, and he was annoying all throughout that show.
No, bitch. Who was annoying was that other Pisces that was that. Oh, he was an Aries. My bad.
Which one are you talking about?
The one who got put on.
Oh, the dark skinned dude that kept like fighting, and it was like, girl, it was like y'all were okay with this other. Yeah, it was the season finale. It was Maj versus Keith. He was the exact same guy. That's him. Yeah, remember because he got into the fight with that guy, and he was like, "Are you gonna turn up on the last episode? Or are you gonna leave like your boyfriend?" Something that he said, and he was like, "And I might." And what's gonna happen? And he's
okay. I do think him. Okay, here he go.
Remember? You remember him now, right?
Him, girl. Ooh, baby, the way they just sitting there. I'm like, boy, why you didn't see that lick coming? I'm like, boy, they about to fight
girl. And he was like, and I fought. And I was like, I guess. But anyways, we decided to watch it for him, for Keith. Keith was his name on both shows, actually. I think he was like,
I watched it for him. I don't know if that was me.
that was the main part. You said something about it because you was like, he looks familiar, and you mentioned that show. And I was like, oh yeah, that's him from off of.
I don't know if I brought him up because I don't think he's memorable for me to think.
I don't think it was that he's like memorable or anything like that. It's just you made a connection from Bad Boys to this. That was the point. It's okay, girl. You're trying too hard. It's fine. You're trying to. It's perfectly okay, girl. Girl, it's perfectly fine.
We know some of the other guys from different other things too as well.
No, we don't.
Say what now?
We do.
That other boy, I told you, he's from the Andrew Christian underwear.
Oh yeah. True.
Girl, whatever. Nonetheless, and you knew the other guys from Twitter from porn.
Which one? Oh yeah, the
Look at you. Tell me
the two dark skinned dudes. The dark skinned guy that came in late, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're still together. Have you seen their page yet?
I haven't seen the they are fighting up here. I had to see this fight, baby. It was fighting, baby. He was.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you their page.
They both rocking it. You should have known you was gonna probably get clocked by both of them. The best point was you probably think, hey, can you step over here because I don't.
Right. You should have known.
Don't swing when you got the friend on the end, honey. You already know. That is kind of like, girl, I just thought you was going to go.
Right.
I had to hit you.
Wig. It unplugged for a split second. It unplugged you. So, but I heard it heard the majority of what you said. I'm gonna send you them, by the way, so you can see because they're like they have content.
I ain't had that. I definitely want to see how I can something. So, out of the rating of the show, what would you give it?
Okay, so yeah, like we said, it's season 2. By the way, you guys, we haven't seen season 1. I'm okay. We don't have to see season 1. We're both good. It
was fun.
It was very fun, but it's not a need to watch.
That's why I feel like the show is based off of Love Island, and I feel like
I can see that.
The gays just be doing too much.
I don't know how we can do a Love Island of our own, but I mean that could be fun. But
yeah, and having bisexual girls on there, and bisexual. They do have. So
I know that they said that there have been queer couples that have come out of what's the one not the Cube. What is that one that's called that they're like Love is Blind? They said that have been some queer couples that have come out of Love is Blind, but they don't show them because you know. But anyways,
boy who said that he was bisexual, and it was a big thing that because he wasn't telling people up front. I was like,
oh, the black one, right? And it was like people made the connection with him that he was on. Remember, he was the one that used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and he got into an argument with Kenya, and they had to kick him out.
Oh, and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna be gone before you do."
Yes.
So it was at the modeling thing. Oh, girl, you can say, let me tell you something. Those Atlanta girls be booked and busy. Let me tell you something. You gonna find them on another show somewhere.
Oh, that's true.
You gonna find them on another show, honey. And I love how
That
they talk about
is true.
showing up. But
Back to
let's get
this,
into it.
yes.
So
Like I said, this was season 2. I don't know if we're gonna watch season 1. Wait, it's free on Roku? It says that Roku has it free. Do they have season 1 for free though? Because I might watch season 1 of these days, but I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh, season 1 only has 5 episodes, so actually, I could probably power through season 1. Actually, anyways, yeah. So we're watching season 2.
definitely giving lovers try. I mean,
Yeah, I can see that.
love. And I did like Love Island because it is getting a little messy, and I enjoyed it with my friend and her sister. So it's kind of like I love thing, and I think I do enjoy with them because we talk a lot. Because we really get into the thing of it or whatever. And I think the time when I started watching it, they were like, what they were. She was begging me to watch it. She was like, "Come on, come on,
Yeah,
Cat home."
wig. It's okay. You do it sometimes. I do it sometimes too. But
And
yeah.
I was like, okay, let me go and watch it. And I just started watching with them, and I had so much stuff to say. And I, I really want to really because at first I was like, this don't be like once I finished the night with them watching a couple of episodes, because of course they have a lot of episodes. I was like, I'm not gonna watch, and I just caught myself honestly still watch. I was like, oh no, I gotta finish this a little bit. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see what's going on. Kind of piecing together who was going to be with each other, who was going to be the problem, and I pulled it all together. I was like, I'm right. I already knew it. So I did have fun with that. So I was like, I definitely got to watch a little bit more. So I understand where they're trying to go with this show. I wish they would have more of a budget so they could really play around because, again, it just didn't make. I wish they would have had a budget a little bit. However, I did like the contestants. I
Uh-huh.
I like some of
Okay,
them.
can I cut in really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the concept of it. It was also very interesting that most of the guys were like, "Oh, I'm in my 30s." I was like, "Oh, I thought y'all were gonna be in y'all 20s." I thought 18, 19, at the youngest 18, and at the oldest it would be like 28. So when it was like, "Oh, the himbos," and they were like, "Oh, I'm 33, I'm 35." I was like, "Oh, that's old." Not in a negative way, but it was just like not what I expected.
And then we got a 20-year-old that he can be potentially dating. I don't think that we need to
No,
be.
no, I do agree with that. That's not a good idea. But I'm just saying, like it's like when I heard daddies and then I heard himbos, I was like, oh, okay. Also, by the way, um, the word himbo is being used is used incorrectly lately. A lot of people like to use it and they're like, oh, I'm a himbo, and it's like, no, you're not. Because himbos are like kind of like very brolic, very muscular, very stupid.
Oh, my.
But
Oh,
with the
me.
heart of gold, huh?
Like me.
No. I said heart of gold. So no. So like when you think of
Oh, man.
himbo, so girl, can I get to the point of who the himbo is?
I know the point.
Okay, so a himbo, whenever people use that term, himbos are actually like Kronk from off of the Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, God, me. That's too damn big.
Yeah, but that's what a himbo is. They're like big, bulky guys, but they're kind of stupid. But it's like they have a heart of gold, so they're sweethearts and they're kind of stupid.
Okay.
So that's what. So it's like when they were like, "I'm a himbo," and it's like but you're a twink and you're 18. You don't count as a himbo because you don't give himbo. I mean, he in the that he was kind of like ditzy. He did give himbo, but
Mm.
he wouldn't count as a himbo still because of how he looks. That's the thing. It's like, it's one of those. It's like one of those things where it's kind of like, you know how it is. But the show stars Stormy Daniels, who, if you know who Stormy Daniels is, you know who she is. She was a Republican at one point, and she was a sex worker, but she got a lot of things that happened between her and like Trump or somebody like that. And so now she's kind of like outcasted from the Republican Party, basically. And now she's kind of like in a way on our side, but I have my own personal issues with the whole situation, but that's a whole other story. We'll talk about that later. That'd be. But let's talk. The himbos are the twins, Daniel and what was his name? Daniel and what was the brother's name?
Yeah.
Derek. There's Kesey, as we just said. There's Rico. Aaron, which was that white guy with the long hair that was messy. Girl, I lived. Aaron was messy, but he was fun. Nick was the one that you said that you saw him perform for Andrew Christian. And those were there's also what's his name? I forgot his name. The one that came in late. What was his name?
Which one who came late? What he was, black or white?
The black guy that came in late, the himbo.
Oh, the one with the dog.
No, the himbo.
Oh, you talking about that white boy? Hold on.
Yes.
You said the person that came in late. You talking about the last person that they introduced?
The black boy that came in late, yes. Because I'm looking at the pictures of that showing like meet the himbos. I don't think it has everybody. I don't think it has all the himbos. Yeah, it doesn't have all the himbos. And all the dads. I don't think it has everybody.
I can't even think of his name. Well, you got to highlight because we can't go that much because there's a lot that did happen in the show.
Yeah,
So
it is a
give me
lot.
highlights that you got from the show and how you feel.
Highlights for the show. Excuse me. Sorry. Highlights for the show. I enjoyed it. I will say that I did enjoy it. I can agree that um it needed a better budget. I can agree. Like they did a good job with the house. Like the house looks nice. I feel like some of the activities that they did weren't bad, but they needed a budget. They needed a budget, and I don't think they had it. But they had what they had, and they could do with what they could do.
Yeah.
So I will say that's one of my things with it. I was like, oh, okay, they need a budget. They need a better budget. They need something.
You know what I think they should have done?
Mhm.
Excuse me. I think if they could have got something remote or whatever case may be, that would have get back good. But I think if they would have probably even did like a road trip, just going around like how they do on Baddies or whatever case may be, visit place.
Actually, because it's like, okay, can I say this? You can tell that the intention is Love Island, as you said, but if you watch this and if you watch Love Island first and then you watch this, you're like, yeah, I can see the budget isn't there, you know.
Yeah.
But that's also not to say that they're wrong for what they're doing. I can get it that they're not gonna have the same budget, you know. We know
I
that.
think it's more so that when it comes to Love Island, they make these people well, they set up where they are mingling with each other, that they are having those conversations. It's just like with the situation with Homeboy, he was kind of a little bit too intense, especially coming right in the gate or whatever the case may be. You know,
Mhm.
so that's my daddy or whatever case may be. And I'm like, yeah, I understand,
You're
but it's
talking about are you talking about which one are you talking about, by the way? You talking about the one
Christian And so I know it.
Oh yeah, he was doing a lot. Like it was like, girl, let's calm down just a little bit.
Just a tiny little bit. And I think the funniest with Love Island, what they always do and what they focus on is saying, "Oh, girl, if you want to talk to him, you can go right ahead. That's fine." And then they go over there and talk to him, and they're like, "Okay, then you pull." Then the girl got to go inside. Girl, he's talking. And she's talking. And she asked me, but I'm like, really? You know,
Hmm.
talk to the boy. So you don't talk to her. What she was saying? You know, kind of like that.
It's 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 a,
That's
it's a it's a it's because I do feel like he was a little bit too heavy handed with like that's my dad, and he's gonna um if he's gonna try to take him, we gonna fight. And it's like, hold on, you don't even know this man enough to be doing all this. Like you just Hazel was the other one. Hazel was the one that I was like, he's kind of ditzy, but he, you know, Hazel was one that they added in last that I was like, yeah, he fits the himbo area when it comes to like personality, but in looks, he's not a yeah.
Mhm. So, what do you feel about the situation with twins? Because I know some people have issues with their voice. They just sound like cartoon characters. I think
They do, but I
they-
don't. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't mind their voice as a person who, I have this voice, so I know people have a lot
Yeah,
of,
hate voice. People trying to hate on me.
oh girl, try again. But as a person who has this voice, I know that people have issues, and not even necessarily issues, but like commentary on my
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, something that you can't really control. Well, people
Yeah.
feel like you can talk deeper. That's not my voice. I, um, I shouldn't have to. It should be naturally for me to just
Yeah.
talk like I'm talking. So.
And this is just how I talk. I can't change that. I don't think it's fair to expect somebody to change how they talk for your your desires, your pleasure, or what have you. It just
Mm.
this is how I talk. This is how certain people have certain voices, and that's okay. You know,
Mm. And the way they talk, I like the way they talk because this is how they talk. Oh my
it's kind of
gosh.
goofy.
Yeah. So, anyway, they take pause. So I went to the store and then I
Yeah,
got
they do.
something.
They do kind of have that kind of like ditzy, airheady kind of conversational talk,
Mhm.
and it's fun. I actually enjoyed them on the show. I think I enjoyed them on the show.
He was like going off with homeboy, whatever case may be. The Niger, oh, I don't say Niger, the African guy.
Hmm.
He's from Africa.
He was Haitian. Didn't he say he was Haitian?
Haitian. Okay. Him. And when he was going back and forth and he had got loud, you could tell that he does not raise his voice like that.
Yeah.
So I know it was a lot for him to get that far.
But he was like, absolutely not, what you won't do. And at first I didn't get what he was trying to say, but then when he explained it, I was like, okay, I got you. I see what you're
Mm.
saying.
Yeah, well, I think the point is catching on early. Uh, and I'm glad, and that was one thing I really did, because I had watched with someone else and they was saying, oh, they making a big deal about it. But I'm like, no, I think and that's what it was. That's what it was. He had hit it on the nose at the end of the day, and I feel like, I was very proud of him for standing up for himself. And I think the point is, once he had already saw that, I think he was already over even trying to go further with him
Right.
at the end of the day. Because even when the point he was being honest and saying, hey, I don't want to be controlled and I don't want to control me and stuff like that. And then he was like, well, one day would you wear it and stuff like that. And I was like, that was where I think he checked out. Like, okay, this guy,
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
you can get 1 minute of saying you respect my decision and then turn around because I already made the point that I wasn't gonna wear it or whatever the case may be. And now you're gonna be like, well, later down the line, are you? It's like that he caught it.
And also, I kind of didn't care for how he came at him in the reunion. I feel like that was a
Well,
lot. Remember when he was yelling, not
yeah.
reunion, but like that, like when they got the cast back together, and he was like cussing and yelling. And I'm just like, it didn't
He's
require all that.
he said he felt that they was villainizing him or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
So but again, he didn't really say anything bad about it. He said it was a point that it felt, which again, he's proven this is kind of who he is or whatever case may be.
yeah,
So
he did.
first, we're meeting for the first time. All I'm going with is what you presented to me in the beginning. After the day. And, again, people can pick up on that. And again, they were like, well, do you feel like you was trying to control? Like, and he explained, I've been in a situation like this. And I don't know, it was given that kind of rhythm.
Right.
So, I think he was like, oh, I don't want to be played. I don't want to be looking like I'm this person. But it's like, again, like you say, you are showing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you wasn't it, you would sit around here and say, hey, you just misread me or whatever. If that was the case.
Yeah.
So, but you getting that upset and getting angry and stuff like that, and then turn around and he's explaining, you explained yourself, and this is what you're about, and he's got to, oh, I don't give a fuck what you got to say, how you feel. So it's like, girl,
And that was enough. And that was where you lost me. Because it's like, if he's saying that I don't like this, and then you slightly accept it, but then when you come back, you're like yelling and screaming at him. It's like I wouldn't want
exactly.
anything to do with you either.
Say I look good. What does that got to do with anything that will be to the point that I don't like? Like, girl,
Yeah.
wait, what?
It feels kind of like he wanted to it feels like he wanted to save face, but the problem is that you're not saving face by doing this. This doesn't actually help you to save face.
Yeah. And it's like you're making yourself look worse for him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. You're proving his point, like you said, clearly not the aggressive behavior, and it's you're proving it at the end of the day because he was upfront with you. He did confront you about the whole situation. Like where's it on, girl?
Right.
So I'm glad he stood up for himself, and I'm just sad that it had turned like that. And I think the point is, we've been in abusive situations.
Yeah, we have.
Growing up in the childhood of knowing people can get.
Yeah.
Like you just feel the blood. You can feel it. And you'd be like, I know this person, I know they'll turn up and it'll be like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And it's like
Hello?
even though you know this person has that ability and you know that they can, and it's like when it happens, that is just like it's like reliving all what you went all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And what you already know about people, especially and I think he's got it. Yeah, called it. That's what he is, and I didn't even do nothing to this guy for him to be acting like
Right.
you know.
And I think that's the point. It's like he didn't need to he didn't do a lot. He didn't okay, so the thing is he didn't set you up in a space where it's like you're an abuser. He didn't do that. What he
Yeah,
did was kind of like I don't like when somebody tries to control me.
yeah,
Allow me my bodily autonomy. Allow me to make my own choices. Allow me to be myself. Allow me to figure things out on my own. Like, like kind of like I'm my own person. You don't need to suggest things. Now, I feel like later down the line, if you suggest, that's fine. But assuming that I'm gonna, we're just meeting. They're just meeting, by the way, mind you. That was like, I think that was like what, the second day?
that was the first day.
Yeah, and you're already like,
Because they were supposed
so
to be
yeah,
going to the having the winter. That was the first day.
it was. And so it's like you're already deciding for him that that's how things are gonna be, and it's like, "Ooh, no, that's not gonna work, girl. I'm so sorry." But yeah,
But I do want to add a little bit
okay,
I want to add this. I'm sorry for cutting you. I want to add this little in. I want
okay.
you to keep it going.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
On the other hand, to understand is like if you want to date a person that's older than you, like what is it called? Those people are controlled because they're older.
Yeah.
You will run into a lot.
Specifically, if we're gonna say that, specifically sugar daddies, there's a lot of control, there's a lot of expectation, there's a lot of pressure that'll be
Yes,
put
they
on
want it
you.
done a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
And I do want to put out that that doesn't heighten the aggressive behavior that that man assumes and did,
Mhm.
and how he reacted or whatever. But if you're dealing with an older person, they are gonna want to be controlling of you.
Yeah.
In some kind of ways, it's gonna come out. So I would say the best bet is not to be with a person that older than you. Get someone close around your age, please. It helps.
Especially if you're going to now the thing is like perfect example when we look at people like Ashley from Potomac, who she's a sugar baby. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
There's a lot of pressure and a lot of expectation. Yeah.
He's probably he old.
At
He
first.
might be going. He might croak. I mean, girl,
Anytime
look.
soon. It just takes
Yes.
one cough. It just takes one cough, actually. But let's to move forward.
The whole hour when they come and check in on us. Then again, died yet. You okay? You
We
ain't hear me? No, I ain't heard you. I had my earplugs in. You know, I like to read with my earplugs on.
we.
Oh, you okay?
But but yeah, it's a I will say some of the girls were kind of aggressive with how they were doing things. Like, there was like, "This is mine and mine alone," and it's like, I don't feel like Aaron. You remember Aaron was the one that was like they called him the daddy hopper. I don't feel like there was a problem with what Aaron was doing. Even Hazel, when Hazel was like, huh,
Oh, they had a lot going on.
like Aaron and even Hazel, when Hazel came in and was like, "Well, I'll take this one. He's a doctor. I'll see this one. Let me just find my groove." And it's just like I feel like they were too heavy-handed on that. But then again, they also didn't have a lot of episodes. So maybe there was this kind of like pressure to make sure you know who you're talking to and who you're dealing with and make sure you have, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it been more about with them or whatever. So I think that would have been great. Because like again, a lot of this was rushed.
Yeah.
I just want so that's why I said well, reason why we're talking about this dare thing because well, this wasn't that much for you to be sitting right here and get this hype up. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
quite sure the reunion happened the same week.
That's true.
I'm saying I've had the same week. So
Yeah.
go back to what you was trying to say. Was it was it Darren? One of the twins.
One of the
And,
twins. No, I think that was it. That was pretty much it. I agree with what you were saying and we were like, yeah. But I just want to go into kind of like finishing up a little bit so we can kind of
mm,
get this done, I guess. Well, not
yeah.
necessarily get this done, but you know.
We did bring up the situation with what's his name, dark skinned boy with the bear daddy.
Oh,
How
Rico and Nigel. Rico and Nigel.
we felt like he was sitting up in here saying that
When he said, "You got to be my ride or die, no matter what, even if I'm wrong," I, ooh, yeah, that was a lot. And I will say that, girl, I will say, I, I got what he was trying to say. Right? Here's my
yeah,
problem.
but he's using it in the wrong
There
context.
you go.
And that's something
That's
a
my
lot of people
problem.
do. They use certain kind of words for certain things, and it's like because it's like if he want to use it in this way, I'm like, now how far you want to go with?
Right? Because it was just like the way he was kind of okay. So by the way, we're gonna quickly explain what happened. Um, Rico. this dark skinned Afro Latino guy was with his bear. He was with this one guy named Nigel, white guy, bear. Y'all know what a bear is. Come on now. They picked each other. Rico was the himbo. Nigel was the daddy. Nigel cried a lot, by the way, girl, and I was just like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, girl,
Pick me, girl, and I was like, girl, you're losing the most
you're
points.
losing me." I was like, "Girl, you're losing me." All this crying.
Want to be with this guy, and you really like this guy, you really make a connection with this guy, but it's like, don't be in, like, you're on a dating show.
Yeah,
And
this
it's like,
is
these,
let's. It's not even. I'm not saying don't take it seriously, but like, let's not take it that seriously. Let's not take it that seriously. Yes.
there we
But
go.
back to yeah, so basically Nigel was going against the grain of what to pick, what they were trying to do. And basically they were trying to get rid of somebody, which was I think it was that white guy, the white guy that you were talking about, and Sal, the older Italian guy. So they were trying to get rid of them, and he was like, I don't want to do that, split up a couple. I want to take the set out. So like I want to pick both people. And basically in doing that, Rico was mad at him and was like, I don't like that you went against what I said. And there was like that whole episode where he was picking that other guy, but he wasn't really necessarily picking him. It was more so he was dangling the idea that you could get kicked off of this show because you didn't do what I wanted you to do. And it was a whole episode of him doing that with that other guy. I forgot his name. The one who was like a comedian by day, by night, and a dentist.
Boy dancer.
He was very strange guy. Um, and it was just like the whole episode was Rico kind of like, because I don't know if I'm not, I'm gonna stick it around with my Nigel bear. Maybe I might. Maybe I won't. I might choose somebody else. I might pick somebody else. I might change the teams. I might reformat things. And it's just like, this is weird. Like it was just like, okay, just why are you doing all this? It's just very strange. And then he did that whole speech where he was just like, because when I'm wrong, right or wrong, whatever I say or do, we're working together. And you have to pick what I pick. And what I say goes. And then he picks him. He picks Nigel, right? But then he's like, the next day, he has a conversation with him in front of Kesey and the guy that Kesey picked. I forgot his name. And he's just like, I just don't like that you was doing that snake stuff of not choosing what I chose. And I just want you to know, next time, whatever I pick, he didn't say it like that. But this is what I'm getting, right?
Little shorten it up. He was saying you better roll high roll
Or else.
Who you
He said, you know exactly what you got. And let me tell you something. If you don't do what I do, you're not going to have it for long. And that's what it gave. And I was just like, ooh, this is very strange. It's very controlling, very weird. I don't like this. This makes me feel uncomfortable.
It can become very toxic. And it's like you're just your life for making a decision. I think, the one thing I pride in my relationship is with my boyfriend. I mean, he's a very, very nice guy. And I get away with a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. Shit.
You do.
When it comes to his thoughts and his opinions and how he feels about things, he sticks by them. And he's like, oh no, we ain't gonna do that. This is how I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Okay, man, this is how I feel. This is how I'm gonna do things and stuff like that. And I'm like, I pride him on that. And I feel that stands their ground and stuff like that. And I feel like he's gonna be able to push over on this person. So they're not still together.
I don't think any of them really truly are, except Marcus and Barry, which was the dark skinned black guy that was added last, and the other black guy that was added last.
I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Because, girl, we came in here last. We gonna be trying to last. I was like, now that is me, baby. That's how we gonna do things. We're gonna do it like that. So, yeah,
And
I
like I
enjoy.
said, from what I've seen, sorry, I was trying to get my juice box together. From what I've seen, they're the only two that actually are together still. They're the only two that actually made it out and they have a relationship. As you know, I told you about the OnlyFans. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
This checker.
It's okay. It's cute. It's kind of reminiscent of your knees when you try to bend it low, pick it up slow.
Okay. Um, so again, like I said, we didn't prefer that, and like I said, we didn't because Homeboy became a little bit. I don't know. It's like
I didn't like it. It
I
felt
think
less like it was a relationship and
people
more so like,
people are on them. It's like again, we want you to have fun and date and really take it serious, but we don't want someone to have to come around. I guess boost your confidence, and I feel like by Rico picking him. I still want to be. It just boosted his confidence, and it's like he's become this.
oh
It,
yeah, because he did kind of break down and he was like, oh, I'm done for. You know, he did kind of break down and was like, I'm done for. I don't know what I'm gonna do and all of that. And it was just like, mm,
like I know I'm going to get my fine ass up and move around, girl.
right. It was like, let's calm down. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I think that's what I love about Love Island because people like, girl, this ain't working out. Look,
Yeah. And that's the point. It's like I think y'all need to be it's gotta be a way for y'all to be able to do that because like girl, it can't be
like, I am not about to be doing all this arguing with you. I am not about to go back and forth with you because I don't have to do it.
Mhm.
This ain't supposed to be this hard in the beginning. I am so sorry. Because if it's hard in the beginning, it's gonna be hard for the whole ride. And girl, you
Yeah.
know what? I at least need to have something to say. Like, why I want to start the story off of saying how our relationship and in the beginning of our relationship, I want to be saying that the girl was everything. We had so much fun.
Right.
This was going on, and then something went bad. Now, girl, it was bad from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. And I will say though, I did like we said earlier, I enjoyed the show. I think it was a fun show and I like the concept. Um s- if I had to say one thing that they need to fix outside of budget, some of the jokes. Some of those jokes. It was like, ooh.
It was really, really, really trying. It was really, really, really trying.
Can I
And
just say,
they make them sleep together in bed.
yeah.
Too. So my whole morning, oh, baby, girl, I can wait till Love Island to come back up. Girl, I'm
Well, technically, I mean, to be fair, one of the twins, um, what's that guy? The one that has the daughter, the one that had the daughter. He mentioned that they did sleep together on the show. Remember, he mentioned that.
oh, they did?
Yes, because remember, he was like, he accidentally was like, yeah, because he tastes really good, and he mentioned that. So yes, he said that they did do something.
Oh, I was like, I see, he was going to take it that serious. He was going to bring it home to that daughter. And he gave up the panties. But I don't think they was,
No, they weren't that serious.
mm,
I think the only ones that, honestly, the only ones I was kind of surprised that that there was at least one relationship. I thought for sure at least if there was going to be one relationship, I thought it was going to be like Rico and Nigel because the way they were like the way they gravitated towards each other and stuck together, I swore they would have been the ones that would have been together.
I think those friends would have been like, he got to get his ass out
Yeah.
of here. I think anybody that was friends
Yes.
with that, they were like, nah. I'm like, that is,
Because that was a
no.
lot. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. No, thank you.
And I'm like, girl, you got to really pull it together because it's like, you should not be settling for a person to treat you
Yeah.
like this, make you feel like you need to pick whatever they pick.
Do what I say and kiss the ground that I walk on, or else just no. But
And once I just met you, I'm like, I just met you.
Yeah, exactly. Any any other couples that you could think of? Because I can remember certain moments, but I don't think I can remember couples specifically. Yeah. I think okay, so if you had to say who is and then we can finish it off here if you want to do that, if you're okay with that.
Mhm.
If you had to say who was your couple that you were like, I'm voting for them to win. I would have wanted them
The
to
porn,
win. Huh?
the porn couple.
Wig. I feel like it was either them or who's my other couple? Yeah, either them or I would have loved to have seen one of the twins win because I think they did a great job of like being themselves. You know, I don't feel like they were like terrible. Like a lot of, I do remember that I did see what you were saying where people was making fun of them, and I was like, I mean, you know, their voice is their voice. I don't feel like it should be. I don't think there's anything wrong with them sounding how they sound. You know,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, did you see that?
can you
Mm.
believe it, girl? Like, it's
It's a
fun. Like, let's just have fun. Let's just, you know. But yeah, that was the show, by the way, you guys. This was our like review technically. Um it's fun.
recap.
Please watch it. If you decide to watch it, please watch it. It's actually pretty fun. Like I said, if you have a thing about budgets, don't watch it. But budget wise, I think they
It's all about support. I don't think I'm
yeah.
watching. I might watch season 3. You never know. Depends on who might be on it.
If they do a season 3, I'll probably watch it. I enjoyed season 2, so I don't know if I'm gonna go back for season 1. I might. But I did the same thing with Go for the Gold.
Because he keep the Haitian guy kept on bringing up something that happened on season 1, but he said that they played one of the
Yeah, he
people.
was saying one of the guys was like daddy hopping or was like interrupting people, and he said he didn't want to be that person. So I mean,
Yeah,
I guess I think I'm okay.
so on the thing I want to say, I heard to get to that
Right. Sorry if you can hear Chip Bag in the background. That's me. I'm not opening them. They're just sitting here. I got okay, girl. Let me tell you something. Do you know that Ritz crackers they have toasted chips now?
Yeah.
Have you tried them yet?
Oh, yeah. Something on.
Have you tried them yet?
Did. I think I did. But
Girl,
people
they're
asked us,
everything.
we love chips, so I don't think it was all that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Uh,
love it. I got the sour cream and onion. They're like Ritz crackers, toasted chips. They're not sponsoring us, but I'm just saying because you know I enjoyed it. Ritz crackers, toasted chips. They're sour cream and onion, and it's like sweet, some sweetness there. You know, this one's sweet. You know, as Kiki Palmer once said. But
the gag is,
wig. But yeah, it was fun. It's a good show. It's not an amazing show. Don't expect amazing. Expect good. Have fun with it. Don't take it too serious. I think sometimes we're kind of like we're getting into a space of like watching television, and a lot of us just in general take things too seriously, and sometimes it's okay to just enjoy, you know. But all right, you guys, you have anything you
please
want to add on?
have fun watching these shows. I mean,
Yes,
some of them are triggering, and it's like if it's triggering
yes. Just give up on it. Let it go.
because it's like we don't know these people. We ain't got time to see them in public. Like,
And they are not gonna pay your therapist appointments or anything like that. They are not paying for any of that.
mm-hmm.
So move forward. You know?
Yeah, that's
Um
what we
I
do.
oh Lord.
Reviews on chasing guys too as well.
Yeah,
So
we are gonna review that. And we're gonna also review Go for the Gold a little bit slightly. We'll see. I you got quiet. I am oh Lord.
and I'm Tahoe, and this is the Tia Show.
Were we searching for Dilfs? No, it's for the love of Dilfs. I keep wanting to call it searching for Dilfs. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Other than the first thing I've been asking, I think, what's the credit go?
There you go. I would have been like, instead of us doing the whatchamacallit, where we're putting our butts into Stormy Daniels thing, I'd have been like, okay, so we're gonna put our credit score, our credit
And
card number. What's your Cash App number? Let's see what you're giving. What's your bank statements? What's your job? What do you work? What do you do?
girl, I'll be up in here. Like, this man,
Hmm
I'm tired.
I would have been like, you know what? I have a nice car. What kind of car do you have? Do you just have one? Let's upgrade that to three.
Yeah, I get- I'm thinking about, a lake house, something like that.
Yeah. Can you afford that?
Got the lake. You think Michael still got that lake house?
Who, Michael? Darby?
Uh, The lake house in Maryland.
Girl, remember that when they had to sleep at the lake house and they was like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
I know. I'm just like I was agreeing with. Excuse you, ma'am.
she's like,
Kid,
so sorry.
ma'am.
See, if
Kid,
y'all would have went to
ma'am.
the hotel.
A kid, ma'am.
Hello?
No, my cat is like rubbing her face against the thing. Girl,
I don't like when they be saying they go. Let me tell you something. If the damn place ain't got no AC, I'm going to the hotel.
same. Oh yeah, remember they was like, girl, it don't got no AC. It's hot in this room, and we're sleeping on twin beds. Absolutely not. But anyways, you guys, this is us on the TO show. I'm so sorry. We are going over.
You know.
We are doing y'all outro. All right, you guys. Bye.